Good morning, YouTube. How y'all doing? Uh, I'm tuning in because I did a video about 1 in 4 black women are married, and throughout the video, I spoke on the subject of that the fact that black man was economically castrated throughout the 50s and 60s. We was going through Jim Crow, denied jobs and opportunities as black men, and at the same time black women was having to depend on the welfare system. So because the black man was being economically castrated, so they had to depend on the welfare system in order for housing, food stamps, and those programs required that the man not be in the house. And I spoke on how that shifted the balance of power in the black household and how that ended up, giving the woman the power in the household because the man did not have legal standing in the house. So if there was a disagreement, all she had to do was say get out, and he had to leave, or she could call the police and have to have him, and he could be removed because he did not have legal standing because of the economic castration we was going through. So, and what black people have to understand is that Martin Luther King was in 67. I believe he was in Memphis, you know what I'm saying, doing the we're talking about when he got killed, he was talking about the protest that the Memphis garbage workers was having about equal pay, trying to get or raising some form of pay, trying to get some type of form for health insurance, trying to be able to create a union. These things was denied to the black people that was given to the white man. So that made it difficult for a black man to maintain his household. So these black women going on these programs again place black men on child support, right? Which, yes, you want to support your child, but it's easier if the man and the woman is in one household. And that's not going to work if the balance of power has shifted in that household. So I spoke on this on that video, and here's what somebody replied and said, and this is why you got to watch who you listen to. She said, "You're tricky with your words. The black woman was not given welfare as a reward to not let the black man to be in the home, right? Welfare for children, but that was because black men were leaving their families. This is the ignorance of someone who don't know history. Black people was getting married in slavery. Black people got married all through resurrection. Black people created the concept of marriage. See, you allow white people to think for you and to think that black men don't want family. This is why we have to be careful who is thinking for us. So she just believed that black man was just leaving the family when most of us had grandparents that was married 50, 60, 70 years. It's not to the 80s that you see the delusion of the black family completely. So she is very misconstrued, but I'm going to show you a brother responded to what she was saying. And he said, false. My mother was on welfare and my father could not be in the home for her to get her assistance. And when I turned to working age, I always had to leave when the caseworkers came over. I could not be there as a man in the home, and I am her son. I have 4 aunties, and every single one of them were on Section 8 and welfare food stamps. None. I mean, none of them were married, but all had multiple children. Any man they dealt with would eventually leave because of the treatment that would get from the black women. I watched it for decades as a young man. See, people want to ignore reality. Black people, we live in the metaverse, and we are receiving our information from Europeans. And we have to stop that. We have to stop that We're looking at ourselves in a negative light. We're looking at ourselves in the viewpoint the Europeans see us. I am not a red pill, blue pill guy. I am not with the combat between black men and black women. I am with the unification of black men and black women, but we have to understand the strategies and games that was used against us as a people to divide us. Understand separating the black family was the thing that stopped the civil rights movement. When you destroy the black family, you destroy black communities. You cannot have a community without the black man. Without the black man in the community, what you have to do is the black woman uses the police to discipline her teenage children. This is what occurs because because they have excommunicated the black man. The black father, might say, are the most present, study shows, in the black family. But the problem is the black father has so little rights that he doesn't have the ability to discipline the children in a way that might disagree with the mother, because she can easily disagree, make a complaint, and get his parenting rights restricted or taken from him while she is receiving child support from that man. So we have to understand how the system has played us against one another. So this is not a red pill, blue pill situation. My video was not about attacking the black woman. I'm explaining the conditions that led into our current behavior. So once we understand the conditions, the policies that created our current conditions, then we can begin to counter those conditions, right? But it take a mental note of what occurred to you, what created your thinking, what created your attitude, because your experience in life helped create your attitude. So